Hey guys, I'll be back at you with another story. It was the summer of 1997, back when the sign still read 666. And the folks would steal them faster than the highway department could replace them. Old man Hank Iron Gut Ramirez was a seasoned hauler out of Albuquerque, running cattle, feed, and general freight up through Farmington and into Colorado. He'd been on the road 30 years, seen dust devils that looked like demons, and laughed off every skinwalker tale the Navajo elders told at the gallop stops. Hank didn't scare easy, but even he hated the stretch after midnight. Two-lane blacktop slicing through red rock desert, no shoulders worth a damn, and drops that swallowed a whole Kenworth without a trace. The road felt hungry. One blistering July night, Hank was dead heading north with an empty flatbed, trying to beat a monsoon that was building like God's own bad mood. The CB was mostly static, his eyes heavy from the heat. Around 1:30 a.m., somewhere between Shiprock and the Colorado line, he topped a rise and saw headlights coming south, fast, way too fast. It was a big rig, an old Peterbilt by the silhouette, running dark except for those high beams cutting through night like knives. No running lights, no marker lamps, just that blinding glare and the low rumble that shook the desert floor. Hank flickered his high beams twice. Standard trucker, slow it down, brother. But the Phantom didn't dip theirs. It stayed dead center in the lane, barreling straight at him at what had to be 100 plus. Hank yanked the wheel hard right, tires screaming on the edge of the pavement. His empty trailer whipped like a snake, nearly jackknifing him into the sagebrush. As the two trucks passed, Hank caught a glimpse through his side window that froze his blood. The cab was on fire. Not metaphorically, real flames lit the windows, orange and unnatural, like they were feeding on something other than diesel. Inside, a silhouette sat at the wheel. A big man in a burned-out flannel shirt and a John Deere cap, face blackened and melted like wax. Hands fused to a steering wheel. The driver turned his head slow, grinned with teeth that glowed like coals, and mouthed something Hank couldn't hear over the roar. Then it was gone, vanished into the rear view like it had never been there. No taillights fading, no dust trail, just empty road, and a smell of burning rubber and brimstone. Hank pulled over shaking, killed the engine, and sat there for 20 minutes with his hazard lights blinking. He radioed it on Channel 19, breaker, breaker, anybody out there on the Devil's Highway, see it burning? Pete running south, hot, static, then a couple of old voices crackled back. One guy said, "That's him, son. That Red Harlan." The story poured out over the airwaves like it always does when someone new sees it. Back in 82 or 83, a mean cuss named Red Harlan was running illegal hot loads of who knows what down that same stretch. Overweight, overspeed, and over the limit on everything. One night, he was pushing it hard with a tanker full of something volatile when he lost it on a curve. The rig flipped, exploded into a fireball that lit up the desert for miles. They say Red was trapped inside, screaming as the flames took him. Rescue crews found nothing but charred bones and a melted steering wheel, still gripped in what was left of his hands. Ever since, on foggy or stormy nights when the road feels meanest, Red's burning rig comes back. Not to hunt for fun, he's out for company. The Phantom truck runs head-on at everything moving, forcing drivers off into the rocks or the arroyos. Some say if you don't swerve, if you hold your line and stare it down, the flames will part and you'll see Red's face clear as day, right before you both go up in the same hellfire he died in. Others claim worse. If the Phantom passes you without a crash, you'll start smelling smoke in your own cab for weeks. Your brakes get soft, your engine runs hot for no reason, and sooner or later you'll have to have your own accident on the same stretch. Hank didn't believe it at first. He finished his run, had a stiff drink at the next stop, and told the story, laughing it off as heat stroke and bad burritos. But 3 months later, another driver found Hank's Kenworth wrapped around a guardrail south of Cortez. No skid marks, no mechanical failure, the investigators could explain. The cab had burned clean, everything else barely touched. They say the only thing that survived intact was Hank's CB mic, still keyed open like he was trying to call out one last time. To this day, truckers on what used to be Route 666 swear you can still see the glow on certain nights, a flickering orange like racing south. No matter which direction you're headed. Some even claim Red's rig will pace you for miles in the mirror, flames dancing, waiting for you to blink first. The old-timer's advice is simple. If you're ever on that lonely highway after midnight and you see headlights coming too fast with no markers, don't play chicken. Pull over, kill your lights, say a quick prayer to whatever gods watch over tired drivers, and whatever you do, don't look too close at the man behind the wheel, because Red Harlan ain't looking for a ride. He's looking for someone to burn with him. They renamed the road to 491, hoping to kill the curse. Accidents dropped some, sure, but the stories, they just got meaner. Thanks for listening, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever floats your boat. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.